Black Coffee with a Side of Tea starts now only on Stunner Radio.
Hey guys, welcome back to Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. And it is Mother's Day weekend. I hope that you are giving those flowers. I hope that you have already planned those dinners. Even if you haven't, you better be taking her somewhere because she's birthed you and she's done a lot of stuff for you, and she's the only one that's gonna always be in your corner. Just want you to know. So we're gonna do a sister check-in for the week, and I'm gonna bring my girls in. Hey, ladies.
Hey, what's happening?
Happy Mother's Day, ladies.
Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
Happy Mother's Day to you ladies too.
Yeah.
Do y'all have any big plans for Mother's Day or anything?
No plans. Just relaxation, you know.
That's the best plans. Those are the best plans, to just chill and relax.
Right.
I already have my guys trained. They know that Mother's Day is all about the mother. And so the mother don't do nothing but be fabulous, beautiful, and well rested. We don't do no stress. Yes.
We don't lift the finger. I'm not doing nothing for Mother's Day.
I don't blame
Big plans, no big plans, just chilling with my
Can
family.
I just say this to those that are watching? I really feel that I want to say this, and this is something that's been on my spirit for the last 2 days. If you have a toxic mother or an abusive mother or a mother that you don't get along with, don't feel guilty on Mother's Day. It's not, everybody don't have a wonderful mother. That's just the way of the world. If you don't, live your life, baby. Still live your life. Be happy for the other people who do. Hey, Jennifer.
Hey,
Happy Mother's Day.
Hello, ladies. Happy to see you all. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to you too, Jen.
Yes,
Happy
thank you so
Mother's
much
Day,
for tuning in.
Tuning in.
You know, I think people don't understand. People know there's people that have absent fathers, but there's people out there that have absent mothers too. And, you know, my heart goes out for them. So if you have a toxic mother, if you have a mother that is not good in your world, y'all ain't good, y'all got an estranged relationship, don't feel guilty, live your life, do you, pray to God, pray for her, honor her, because the Bible tells you to do that, but don't feel bad and don't feel guilty. Just celebrate the fact that you came through somebody's womb and you here. Happy Mother's Day, Michelle. Hey, cousin.
Happy Mother's Day, Michelle.
Sending love to my cousin Dolly. I told y'all they call me Dolly. That's my nickname.
I'm gonna have to use that one. I'm gonna have to use that.
Beautiful. My cousin is so beautiful. Thank you so much for tuning in with us. So we did a little new thing last week with the mood. Did y'all like the mood?
I loved it.
Loved it.
Our current mood
was spicy.
Yeah, it was a little spicy. Now, I'm going to admit to you, I didn't know what your mood was, Zoe, so I really just did a filler this week.
Okay.
But we're going to share with y'all. This is our current mood. I was feeling vibes from T Baby. I kind of had a feel what her mood was. She going to let me know if I'm right on this or not. Y'all going to see what my mood is, but we're going to share it with y'all. If you're on a listening platform and you can't see it, don't worry. Just scurry on over to YouTube after the broadcast and see our current mood for the week. I hope y'all
Welcome
like it.
to Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. We back, baby, and this how we feeling today.
If God be for you, who can be against you?
God doesn't let people around me who not supposed to be around. And this is a bigger conversation than who am I touring with in general. Like, my circle is tighter than my pussy. Do you know what I'm saying? And they're all, and it's just as good. So
it feels so good to be alive. Got all my family by my side. Couldn't wipe this black off if I tried. That's why I lift my head with pride.
a shameless plug there. But if you saw on Zoe, she said she got next. She's a boss lady, and she will be our next cover girl for Stunner Magazine. I need y'all
Y'all
to
better watch
understand.
out. Y'all better watch out.
Yes.
I'm super excited. But T baby, was I on point with your mood?
Yes, ma'am. No weapon.
Yes.
Hey,
But
no
for me,
weapon.
it was the pussy tight though.
Ah,
Okay, my circle tighter than my punani.
Hello.
yes.
And it stay tight. So
Hello.
and it's just and my circle just as good.
Right.
Real tight.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jennifer. She said, congratulations, Zoe.
Yes. Congrats.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, I cannot wait. I'm so excited, you guys. Thank you for the feedback I've been getting on Stunner Magazine because people are really loving it, and it's just gonna get better and better. Wait until July when our girl T Baby gonna be on the cover. Let me tell you something. We got some cover girls. If you didn't know, now you shall know, and the world shall know. We have some cover girls in our midst. So I am super excited, y'all. She said she loved that quote from Lizzo. Me too, girl.
Me too. I'm gonna have to put that in the chamber. It's gonna be in the chamber.
Yes.
That describes my circle too, because I keep it tight.
When it comes to my circle, it's quality over quantity.
Absolutely.
Just so you know. So for the sister check, I'm feeling great. I had a great week. I just can't believe it's May already. We are almost 6 months into 2022. It feels like it just started.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already halfway. We're already halfway there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm super excited though.
Me too.
Well, go ahead.
Go ahead. That's what I was just gonna ask. Come on, Zoe. Let's hear about the week.
Okay, so this week has been very productive. We've been finishing up some touches at the spa, been making a lot of products and just, steady going. But yeah, I have a lot of products in the spa, just like sage, bath bomb, salt, everything. So I just been mixing and mastering and putting it up in the spa. It feels so good. Everything is coming together. I think we're going to go ahead and start taking a few people next week. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. So I'm super excited. Everything is coming together for that. School is winding down. I have finals, acing my finals. So that's good. I have a couple more and a few more, things to finish up. But yeah, everything's good. Everything has been smooth sailing.
Now the spa is a med spa, correct? Because I looked at you guys' website because I had to get some clarification because, a med spa a little different from a regular spa. It's more on the side of procedures than treatments.
Right. And so we do non-invasive treatments.
Yes. Okay. So for y'all who really love med spas, y'all got to check it out. Tell us when the grand opening is.
So the grand opening will be June 11th.
Yes. That's right around the corner.
Yes.
Wow. That's what next.
It's in about I don't know, maybe like a month almost, maybe just a little over a month.
Yeah. It'll be here before you know it.
I know, right? It's already
here before you know it. So man. That's super exciting. Super exciting.
Right.
Just keeping my cool, trying to stay doing what I'm doing. That's all.
Absolutely.
What about you, T baby?
My week was really good. Very productive. Just realizing some things, as you get older in life, you come to some realizations about how you affect other people when you have conversations with them. So, but had a good week.
Oh, we didn't know about the juice and smoothie bar. Okay, Jennifer, she said the spa is so awesome. We do everything: weight loss, non-invasive procedures, plus merch and juice and smoothie bar. Okay.
Yeah, shout out to Jen. She is one of the nurse practitioners that will be in the spa doing most of the procedures, the non-invasive procedures. She'll be doing the weight loss program, and I'm actually going to go ahead and start with the weight loss program so I can, get a feel of it. We doing it in the spa, might as well. So
I love fresh juices. So the juice and smoothie bar is definitely a plus for me. because I don't have a juicer, but I like to get fresh juice, not this processed stuff, real vegetable and fruit juice and smoothies. So, hey, I'm excited about that.
Everything is fresh. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
I love me some smoothies. I love me some juice too, you know.
Well, yeah, y'all know y'all got to come try it out.
Absolutely. We're going to keep y'all posted here on Black Coffee with a Side of Tea for the grand opening. It's June 11th. She said, please come and see us. Get it, ladies. We shall.
Yes.
Shout out. But we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some news and current events.
Absolutely. Hey, it's your girl Lisa Denae from Stunner Radio. I am so excited about the Loud Radio and Press Junket coming June 4th and 5th to Houston, Texas, baby.
If you're an artist, manager, A&R, publicist, really anyone in the entertainment field, you need to be at this event. Last year was amazing, and I know this year will be even greater.
So hit the link in our bio. Get your tickets today. Now, don't wait to the last minute before it's too late. You gotta be in the building, y'all, and we'll see you there. All right, guys, we are back with news and current events. This is the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about was
absolutely.
Supreme Court draft opinion was leaked, y'all. It was leaked to the public and it was published by Politico. So how y'all feeling about this? Shiggity.
It's shiggity, first of all. You already said what it was. It's shiggity. First of all, I don't think any man can tell a woman what she needs to do with her body. Because at the end of the day, we don't want to have to carry that baby for 9 months. Any complications, it's all on us. So you can't sit here and tell me that you're going to take away my rights to do if I choose not to. You can't do that.
Right.
That's not cool.
Right.
I definitely agree. I feel as if a woman should have that option if it's their body. If the man was carrying the baby, it would be the same thing. He should have that option.
They wouldn't be carrying it.
Of course not. Of course
they
not.
Ain't gonna be carrying nobody.
Listen, I heard a comedian say, and I really believe it's so true. They said if men could get pregnant, you can get abortion at an ATM.
Yes, it was a meme on Instagram. It said the gas station, the corner store, everywhere. You can go anywhere.
Yes, right. Convenience store, you could pull up.
Yes, drive through. Drive through.
Okay, because they are for their comfort. But I put this little post next to it, thanks to CNN for this post and Doodly Dailies for this one, that says this is pro-birth, not pro-life. And I agree with that because you want us to birth these children, but once the children get here, where's the help then?
Right. Who helps take care of them?
Who helps? Because, we know here in Houston and in Harris County, there are foster kids, there are children in foster care that are sleeping in office buildings. We've been hearing about this since the beginning of the pandemic. Right. There's nobody to take these children in. They're separated from their birth parents. So why are we so concerned if there is an unwanted pregnancy? You want to bring them into this world and there be unwanted here as well. Don't make sense to me.
Right.
I agree. It definitely doesn't make sense if this is what they're doing, not to say that it's right. If this is what they're going to do, it should be something in place for situations like that, because it's going to continue a cycle that people are still going to go behind and do this on the back end. They had certain laws passed in November for abortions in Texas and other states. People will go out of state to do what they need to do. You understand what I'm saying? They're finding ways around it. So who's to say they won't do that when it's illegal to do it? You get what I'm saying? Who's to say they won't do it on the back end?
That is why this is so important, because this overturn of Roe versus Wade will not stop abortions. It will stop safe abortions. It will stop clean abortions. It won't stop abortions. And we know this to be true because abortions was going on before Roe versus Wade. So I hope that they don't do this. I hope there's something put in place to protect the woman's right to choose, but we'll keep our eyes on this I wanted to talk about this story because this right here, a man had to regrow his penis on his arm for 6 years. And now he has finally gotten it placed back in the right place. But there was a video on Baller Alert. Y'all know I go to Baller Alert. They got all the weird stuff. So if y'all want to just look at something weird, go to balleralert.com. They got the weirdos. I mean, I'm just trying to. So the man showed his arm. You know, before he got it attached to the right place, he showed his arm, and it was a little wang dang, just hanging,
dangling.
That thing was thanging on his arm.
Not thanging.
That thing was thanging. So what do y'all think about this? Like, this crazy or what?
That's real crazy. Because, wow, how do you walk around with that on your arm and have to?
I have so many questions.
Well, see what happened? He had an infection in his body, and his penis turned black, and so did his fingertips, and his penis got so bad that it fell off. But they were able to save a portion of it and regrow it on his arm.
Regrow.
Again, medical miracles when it comes to their stuff. You understand what I'm saying?
You see? Yeah. Say that again for the people in the back.
I'm talking about they don't work some magic on this man.
Listen, this is some sorcery.
You telling me his thing turned black
and fell off, but they found a way.
Hold what you got. Hold what you got.
They found a way to regrow it on the man's arm. If it was a woman's breast, what they say, well, you can't live without it. You can go
right.
Just cut them off.
Yeah,
don't cut it off and you be all right.
Yeah, but this man, they done put a whole dang-a-lang on his arm
and grew it back.
Baby, they will find a way.
Wow.
Michelle said, was the new one better? I love it.
Yeah, that's a question. That's a good question.
I don't even know about that thing.
After 6 years of carrying it around.
I don't know about that thing.
6 years.
Look,
bro.
6 years of carrying it around in a shirt. He said he couldn't really take his shirt off when he went places. He couldn't wear short sleeves. He said he had gone to a bar and it kind of fell out his sleeve one day and hit somebody on the head. Look here.
Not on the head. Oh no.
Listen, 6 years of this ordeal.
I have one question. Did it raise up at any point, or was it always just like dangling?
See, I think it was limp because, girl, but I don't even much know. How would I know? I don't know.
I know.
I'm assuming it was limp because it can't really get erect. But if it did get erect, girl.
I'm just.
Got something hanging out your shirt, poking out your shirt.
But now, it's the footage.
Is it?
I want to know if it's working.
Yes. What I heard on he has a new documentary coming out.
Oh, Lord.
It's called, what is his new documentary called? The Man with a Penis on His Arm. Mm-hmm. So now that it's placed in the right place, apparently it's working. It works fine. We're going to find out when his documentary comes out. No, the man got a story. You can't deny that. He definitely has a story to tell.
Absolutely. And I'm gonna
he playing with it.
Michelle,
out of 6 years, I believe so.
Yeah.
That's why he probably couldn't keep his. Men can't keep their hand off of it anyway. It's between their legs, so if it's on the arm. He all that work, supposed to be doing paperwork, and he
just sitting there.
I can't even think on this.
So wait a minute. So here, let me go back to the bar thing.
Oh,
so at the bar, he was intoxicated, so it was aroused. That's what I think would happen.
It could have been, but he said he was reaching for something, and somebody was sitting down. You know how somebody's sitting down at the bar. You reach
at a bar.
Why are you reaching over somebody's head with a dick on your arm? I'm sorry.
Especially with that arm, especially when you got a whole nother arm that don't have a penis on.
Right.
Come on, my guy. Use your head here.
Don't reach over me. No. Don't do that.
Child, this. Listen, let's just keep it all the way real.
We would have been fighting in that club.
He might have.
He might have.
Drop your stuff on my forehead.
Mm-mm.
You're not gonna reach over me with that on your arm.
That's a lot going on there. So I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm looking forward to the documentary. I want to see, and I want to know all the details. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to move on to this one, y'all.
Okay.
Oh yes.
Okay.
I heard
Now
about
you talking.
So Ray J says that sex tape that was released was a business deal. It was a partnership with Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner from the beginning. Now, I've been saying this.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I think we all knew.
The world knew this. I think the world knew this, honestly.
Yes.
It's Ray J. Come on. It's Ray J.
But more than anything, it's the Kardashians.
It's Kris Jenner.
Right.
Yes.
She's
the
the
Kardashians.
Yes, she's the mastermind of it all.
Yes.
Absolutely.
She is not above pimping her daughters out.
Nope, she did pimp her daughter out.
Yes, and she got famous, and they have been riding the wave, and I can't be mad at him, but I'm happy that he came out because he's been silent for a long time. But you're not going to keep talking about this situation. I feel like he said, you're not going to keep talking about this situation, and I'm just going to sit over here quiet.
Yeah, that's a long time, and you've been getting money off my name, you know.
So were y'all able to read the message that he sent to her?
I saw some of the message.
Okay, because he said he gave her all of the videos once everything happened. So at that point, you had the video. So how did it get released?
Because they released it.
That's
what he's saying. Her
that's
mom,
no denying that.
Yeah, her mom was a part of it. They released it. She wanted it to be seen. I mean, this is how we met her. This is how we found out anything about her.
Right, because she wasn't nobody before that.
Yeah,
and then Kris Jenner became famous with Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't like to spend too much time on them because I feel like they're attention whores. But I'm really more concerned with the fact that Ray J kept his mouth shut all this time. I feel like he deserves some props for that. Because I would have been telling this. I would have been spilling the tea on
telling it too. I would have been saying as soon as it was released. So yeah, that was me, and we had a contract. We had a situation. We talked
after a certain point. Hell yeah.
It wouldn't have been 14 years later.
Yeah.
No. I would have been said something.
I wouldn't have held that in that long, especially with all the shit that they do and all the people that they've ran through.
Right.
Not gonna match me.
Yeah. So anyway, Michelle, you are so right. She said they were trying to get famous by any means necessary.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. And they succeeded.
Mm-hmm. They did. They are.
And still succeeding.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Still succeeding.
Yeah.
But you sell your soul, you get what you get.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, back to the current events. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. Listen, when I saw this online, I really was shocked. I'm not gonna lie, because
I was too.
This is this is not an old man, this is a young man. This man is young. Now, y'all know I was not a fan. I was not a fan. Some things he said was true, but what he did to me wrong was that I feel like he knew the things that he said that was mean and hurtful was going to be shared more than the things he said that was not mean, because you trigger bitter men who want to share the stuff he said that was hurtful. So if y'all don't know what he said, I started to play some of the clips, but I said, I'm not going to do that because this man just passed away. I'm not going to disrespect his legacy because he has good things that he said and bad things. So I'm not going to play the bad things.
Right.
Michelle said, God don't like ugly.
He don't.
Yeah.
He definitely doesn't.
But his most recent thing he said was, if you are 35 and unmarried, you are a leftover woman.
Right.
And what'd you say, Zoe?
I said I'm in that category. You said,
my thing is this. He said a lot more than that. Like he was known for telling people, if you over 200 pounds, you better take whatever man you can get.
Right.
He was known for telling women, if you a baby mama, then you ain't good for nothing because you had sex with a man and had a baby for him before he was married to him. So, you know, he was very harsh, very harsh toward Black women.
Brutal.
But he did say some good things also about men expecting women to do for them when they don't have the money to take care of them.
Right.
It's just when you know you talking other stuff, you know it's going to be some people out there that's going to share that millions and millions and millions of time.
Yeah, they're gonna let the bad outweigh the good. Definitely.
And you know, like a lot of people say, God bless the dead. I've never understood that saying because I mean, you should have been trying to get blessed when you was alive. But I mean, I've heard people say that, so I'm just going and second the notion. Michelle said it makes you wonder what kind of woman hurt him. Exactly.
He was very hurt. You can tell by anybody what men when men are hurt, it's a different type of hurt than a woman.
Yes.
So it's a lot deeper.
Yeah.
And so they operate out of that hurt on a daily basis. And so that's what he did.
I think he had mommy issues.
Absolutely. Probably did.
Because he was always talking bad of women with kids, talking about if you got a son, 13-year-old son, don't no man want to deal with that. How you know? You can't speak for all men. Right. There's some men who will come in and love a woman's child as their own. Absolutely. I know because one of my husbands did until I was tired of him. But that's another story. But my point is, he was hurtful to a lot of people. Now, absolutely. I hate to be messy, but we need to get into the details of his death that we'll know so far. Yes. So he was talking about women who give it up quick, give it up easy, all this and that. Apparently, he was with a woman that he just met. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm just saying.
A nurse. When she was a nurse.
I'm just saying. Apparently, he had just met her the night before and brought her back to the apartment. And they spent the night together. So I don't know. You know, a lot of people practice things that they don't preach. Preach things that they don't practice.
Mm-hmm. Say that again for the people in the back that don't understand.
And then the other thing that came out, see, this is the thing about being messy in life. Sometimes it catch up with you in death. So it came out that she couldn't even get help for him quickly enough because the front desk did not have him on the books. The apartment was not in his name.
Oh, wow.
So, what's really going on? So, you know, I'm just going to go on and admit that I'm messy and I'm nosy. So when I saw the police report, I looked up the apartment on Google Maps. I went on and looked it up and I was like, okay, these apartments run about 25, 30, you know, $2,500 to $3,000 a month. So it was a luxury apartment in Atlanta, but maybe he didn't have it in his name because he's a celebrity and he want nobody finding him. I don't know. But details are still coming out. I do believe that the woman was not Black. And absolutely. I know y'all seen some of the social media ridiculousness of people saying he was about to buy NBC. What? What?
How?
Yeah, how?
How and why?
And then I've seen people saying he was killed. You know, that woman probably killed him because he was speaking the truth. How?
I'm so confused with the theories and the logics that people come up with.
Because people bored and they ain't got nothing to do.
Oh my gosh.
So they run with the story. Once the story they start doing track moves.
And people really feed off of those stories. People really start believing these stories.
See, absolutely. I think what happened, I saw somebody post he was about to buy NBC as a joke, like with laughing emojis behind it, because people feel like that's what happened with Bill Cosby. They set him up because he's about to try to buy NBC. So it was a joke. Then people just started running with it. Oh, he was about to buy NBC. See, they done killed this man. First of all, who wants NBC? NBC ain't the thing no more. They got a whole streaming network that's free, the Peacock network. If we gonna buy something, we finna buy Spotify, we finna buy Amazon, Amazon Prime, we finna buy NBC. You can't give NBC away at this point. So I mean, let's just be real about
That's
what's
why it's free.
Keep that. That's
yeah, we don't buy StreamYard.
Right.
We're not gonna buy NBC. So that's
right.
that wouldn't be the move.
Nope.
Secondly, I don't believe he has that type of coin or had. May he rest in peace. That type of coin.
I believe that. That's why the apartment wasn't in his name, because he didn't have the coin. So there was. I'm being messy and honest at the same time. He didn't have the coin.
Now I don't.
Someone else had to pay for it.
I don't rejoice in nobody's death, but
no, I'm not rejoicing in the death. I'm just saying that he didn't have the coin to pay for that apartment, so it was in someone else's name. So that's why they couldn't.
And she said it again. Okay.
But I was referring to the people on social media. If some people on social media that's rejoicing.
Oh yeah, and that's not cool. Don't do that. That's not
good. Like stating the facts, that's different. Like
don't do that.
That's two different things.
And I think it's because he triggered people. Some of the things he said was very
cruel.
cruel. Very
he
cruel.
said some very cruel stuff, especially when the women would come on his YouTube page. Now you already know how this man operates about women. So why would you go on there and subjugate yourself to the ridicule?
Right.
Because
come on, subjugate.
You already know what subjugate, baby. Because you already knew what questions he was going to ask by looking at the other YouTube posts that he made. He asked you what dress size you were, how much you weighed, why your camera is. So my camera for him will be like, so why you hiding in the camera? No, I'm not. Because I got real pictures on my page, boo.
But see, I think he reduced women down to their appearance. So his thing was, you can't have a high value man if you're not a 10. First of all, we don't rate ourselves like that. I don't rate myself on a scale from 1 to 10 because a scale from 1 to 10 is too small to rate me with. Yeah. So I need my numbers go to infinity.
I'm infinity.
So, okay. So
I don't know what 10 is.
Yeah, that don't work for me.
So I'm infinity, honey.
That's too low of a number. Secondly, if you're judging people based on what they look like, well, then you're going to end up with what you end up with. Because people can buy a body nowadays, buy a whole face, buy a head full of hair, buy boobs, titties, they can
eyeballs. They can get some new eye color. They can get new eyebrows, new eyelashes.
Everything.
You can get a whole new face. Because I don't know if y'all seen Delicious or not, but I said, who is this? Who is this?
Yep.
So what's
new face?
It's a lot of celebrities that were on like reality shows a while ago, like Delicious. They are gorgeous now. I mean, a whole different nose, lip, cheekbone, everything you can think of.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I liked her the old way. I think she going.
I did too. I like the natural person.
I feel like she's going too far with it. She's going too far with it.
But my whole point was, you can't buy beauty that's on the inside. That's something you can't buy. Yeah. So if you are looking for just the beauty on the outside, you're gonna get what you get. And then you can't be mad when you walking up on stage slapping people in front of the whole world because of your girl. You can't be mad when you out here broke, busted, and disgusted because of your girl. Can't be mad.
Busted and disgusted.
Because you got what you got because you was going on looks. So anyway, I want to talk about a couple more things, you guys. This right here is too much. 2 people that had a bad week. One, a man that was, thanks to CNN for this one, a man that was taken to the morgue in a body bag, but my guy was still alive.
What in the world?
He was still alive. He punching the bag like, yo.
Help.
What in the world? How did
I'm
so confused?
It does happen because if y'all didn't know, the whole saying "saved by the bell" comes from back in the day when they used to put bells on tombstones, because people got buried alive a lot of times back before before medicine evolved to where it is now. You can be in a death-like state, past comatose state, and still be alive.
Right.
So that can happen. But I mean, they have measures in place for this. But hey, they missed this one. He slipped through the cracks.
He was an elderly man. Ooh.
Or Jesus raised them from the dead. You never know now.
Lazarus still can happen nowadays.
Listen, he said it ain't my time to go.
Hey.
I got a few more things to do here. My time.
I'm not ready to go.
I ain't ready. I
Leave
still
me
got
here
some
one
Krispy Kreme.
more again.
I gotta eat another burger.
I got a lot of more things to do and people to see and
Yes.
clothes to wash.
He wasn't going
Come
out like
on.
that.
He got clothes to wash and grandkids to tend to and maybe getting married again to his long lost love.
Come
I'm
on,
gonna
the
send
elderly
it off.
women. He need to holler at. He ain't ready. He ain't ready. But on the other hand, this guy had a bad week because he thought he was gonna rush up on stage and try to attack Dave Chappelle.
I saw that.
I don't know what he thought. You know, Dave Chappelle stay mobbed up. His goons got goons. So
It was the arm. It's the arm backwards for me.
It's the arm for me too, because it looked like they took it off and put it back on backwards.
Backwards.
It's like we're gonna make an example out of you. If anybody think they coming up here on this stage,
it's you gonna be messed up. Backwards.
Right.
Yes, honey, you cannot run up on Dave Chappelle. This is not the one to run up on. So
I saw this and I was like, he wasn't gonna be charged with felony charges. No, he need to be charged, bruh.
Because he had a fake. They said he had a fake gun with a knife attached to the tip of it.
So he had an agenda. He had an agenda. He was going up there to stab him.
He should be charged with a felony, but at the same time, he got his reward. He got his payment.
His own backwards.
He got his ass handed to him on
a way backwards.
Platter. On a platter.
He's gonna wave backwards. Hey,
from this point forward.
Hey, girl.
Oh, I'm sorry, wrong way. I can't figure it out.
Yeah,
I'll let you know.
Yeah, I feel really bad for him. But anybody else who's thinking about running up on Dave Chappelle, gonna take a minute to reevaluate.
Don't do it.
The situation. Yeah,
right.
They're not gonna do it.
Don't do it.
They're not gonna do it. So somebody else, y'all have something else y'all want to talk about in current events?
I wanted to talk about Wendy Williams coming back to her show. How did you guys feel about that?
I just hope she get it together this time. I don't know if she's really ready because Sherry Shepherd been doing the thing. You know, she been holding it together while you was doing whatever you was doing.
I don't think Wendy's coming back.
I don't personally think so either. I think she has this in her head because she's like, I'm coming back to my purple chair and I'm not watching that Sherry show. But if Sherry's now on Wendy Williams' show, how are you going back to Wendy Williams if Sherry's still going to be on your show?
Right.
Y'all both ain't going to show up at the job, I hope.
I hope not.
Because that's
going to be a squabble.
Yeah, that's going to be something for World Star, for real.
Hello?
Yeah.
They gonna be going at it because you know Whitney Williams got a big mouth, so she gonna be saying, "Well, I appreciate you for coming and taking over, but I'm back."
But I was happy to see her though. She looked good.
Yeah. She did look good. She looked really good. So, like I said, I hope she get it together. You know, mental health is so important. Taking care, self-care is important.
Yes, it is.
So being in the limelight, maybe that's not necessarily important right now.
Right,
you know?
Right. Maybe she needs a moment. And you know, it is Mental Health Awareness Month. So just want to give a shout out to mental health awareness. Get yourself checked. You know, if you need a therapist, talk to a therapist, find you a therapist. You know, it's always somebody out there that you can talk to, that you can trust.
Absolutely.
Because thankfully Wendy Williams was able to, you know, be in the position that she's in now to be able to say, hey, I am planning on coming back to my show. I'm capable of doing that now.
Right.
Yeah. But also, you know, you have to be mindful of the circles that you're in, you know, the things that you speak on, because mental illness is real. We know that mental illness is real, but you got to also understand that karma, it's a thing called karma. You know,
Say
you
that
can't
again.
put your mouth on everybody and judge every situation. That's why even on this show, I'll be careful. I'll be like, I'm not going to speak on everything because, see, I don't even much know. I'm going to speak on some things I'm going to just be silent
Right.
because
Absolutely.
I can't pay
Silence
that
is
karmic
golden.
debt.
Yeah.
Yes, but I do agree that, you know, with this being Mental Health Awareness Month, we should spend more time talking about the fact that it's okay to get help.
Yeah.
It's
You know,
definitely okay.
Agreed.
it's okay to talk to someone.
Yep.
Most definitely.
We have been seeing a lot of suicides in the news with young people, a lot of Black people committing suicide. I mean, it's sad because, you know, you want people to get help.
Yeah, I know. I just saw.
Hey, Gwen.
Hey, Gwen.
Gwen.
I just saw a girl from Princess and Tiaras or something like that. One of
Right.
the girls that was on there, she's 16 years old now. She just committed suicide not even a week ago.
I
Oh,
saw that and I wanted to share that, but I hesitated on sharing it. But Gwen says you can't be ashamed to get your life together, and that is true.
Absolutely. I definitely
Um,
agree. And sometimes it can be intimidating because of the situation that you might be in, but just know there is you can't overcome things. You can't overcome anything.
Mhm.
As long as you put your mind to it and you're able to process the things that you're doing and able to
Right.
speak to somebody and communicate, your emotions, how you feel, whatever it is. As long as you're able to do that, focus on yourself. Don't worry about anybody telling you or judging you or,
Right.
feeling ashamed or being afraid to reach out. Don't be. Do it.
yeah,
Right.
Because it only benefits you.
right. Well,
Right.
it benefits you and people around you
Yeah.
It
Well,
because
definitely does.
you know the thing about suicide, it hurts the people that you leave behind.
yeah.
It hurts
Yeah.
because people feel like, why didn't I know? Did you know I
Right.
loved you? Did you know that
Right.
I care for you? Jennifer says mental health is so important, must be addressed as soon as possible.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
Jennifer.
Hi,
absolutely.
Lauren.
Hey,
Hi,
Lauren.
Lauren.
Hey.
Lauren says
Lauren
mental
said
health is so important. Some people don't realize talking it out helps so much.
absolutely.
Absolutely. Hey,
Thank
cousin. Yeah, I definitely agree. You have to be able to communicate that. You have to be able to have a person to talk to, somebody. I can't stress that enough. I know just being in my state, how old I am and just going through certain things in life. I have a therapist, I talk to a therapist and I have a circle, I have people that I can depend on to relate that. Even if you don't, you can find a therapist. You can
right.
find
Absolutely.
somebody that will be your person.
Right. Jennifer says, please, the youth needs not to be afraid. Find help.
Hmm.
Don't take your life. And that's very true.
Agreed.
It's just having those real conversations.
Hmm.
Gotta have those real conversations with your kids and things of that nature to let them know it's okay if they want to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Lauren said, "Hey, ladies. Hey,
Hey,
cousin.
Lauren.
Hey, Lauren.
Thanks for tuning in."
Lauren.
And you know, to piggyback on that, I think that so many people, oh wow, my cousin just took the words out of my mouth. She said so many people are ashamed to admit or address their problems because of how people talk about you. And that
Yeah,
is so
That's very true.
that's
real.
the number one thing I
That's
think.
the number one thing.
Especially when you find out or know that a person is talking about you, that
Yes.
really puts you back in a state where you have a wall up again. At least for me,
Absolutely.
that's how I am. I'll put a wall back up if I know you talking about me, or I'm gonna definitely address it. But if I know that, I'm definitely gonna put that wall back up and go ahead and slide to the left because I don't. That energy is not for me.
You know, I agree with that because
Right.
one thing that we do well in this society is shame people. We
Yeah.
always making people feel ashamed for everything. People feel
Everything.
ashamed if they need help. They feel ashamed if they're hungry. They feel ashamed if they're not hungry. They feel ashamed if they ain't got no food. Feel ashamed if they got too much food. Feel ashamed if you're skinny. Feel ashamed if you're fat. I mean, this is what we do to people. People
Yeah.
feel ashamed for everything. So
Yeah.
we have to stop. We just have to let people live their life. If you need help, if you having a mental breakdown, don't be ashamed. Don't be ashamed. And we have to just denounce shame, period. People
Yeah.
try to
Right.
make you feel ashamed of every little thing. I know as a mother, people know on Mother's Day. Sometimes mothers feel ashamed. You don't hardly even want to take your kids out because you know people you're gonna say, "Oh, I got on new shoes. Let me make sure I put some new shoes on my kid." Because people gonna make you feel ashamed. But what I learned as a young mother, my boys don't care about new shoes. They're gonna run them shoes over in 2 days. So if I'm gonna take them out, I'm gonna take them out in the shoes they got on. I had to overcome those thoughts of people always putting us to shame.
Right.
I like what Lauren says. Lauren Davis, she says, giving people their flowers while they are here. Don't focus on the negative energy.
Absolutely. I say that all the time. Give them flowers.
Jennifer said mental health is so difficult to understand sometimes, and there are so many judgmental people. Mental health gets ignored because of negative words. I definitely agree.
It does. And then it's a stigma attached to it. But mental health is no different from physical health.
Yep.
You know, if you're not ashamed to tell people you have high blood pressure. Well, some people are, but you shouldn't be. So you shouldn't be ashamed to tell somebody you're experiencing depression, or you're experiencing anxiety, or symptoms associated with bipolar disorder, whatever it may be. Michelle says something very important. She said, especially when you're well known in your community or looked up to in your family.
Yeah,
now, that right there is big, because people will put you on a pedestal, and when you know you're on that pedestal, you're like, man, I can't tell them I'm depressed. Because I have said that to people before. I have said on my show before, there's some days where I have to battle just to get out of the bed. And I had somebody contact me and say, I was surprised that you said that. Why? I'm human.
Right.
I'm human. I have those things just like everybody else.
Right.
Absolutely. When they put you on that pedestal, it feels like you're obligated to be the strong person and be the shoulder to cry on. I definitely can relate to that.
And then, bad news travel fast. So if you tell somebody I'm experiencing depression, that's going to get around before, I won $100 with a lot of scratch off tickets.
Family gonna know.
They tell that. Well, I got the job promotion. Oh, good. That's good for you. They're not going to repeat that. But I'm experiencing depression. That's going to travel fast.
Absolutely. That's true.
Lauren says that taboo, you talking too much, needs to stop. Allow people to talk. They may need the help. I'm going to say this. I think that's in the Black community.
Absolutely.
If you call it with
big old mouth, you always talking.
If you call it with some chickadee and some tea, and you being messy, it ain't no such thing as talking too much. But when you get to talking about God or your problems, it's like, dang, she always talking.
Right.
She talking.
Got a waterfall at the mouth.
Jennifer says mental health needs more attention than the world knows. In some cultures, it is taboo to even speak about.
Wow. That's sad to me, because I think that people should be able to, people should be able to talk about what they're going through. Like, I don't know where we got this situation where we all wanted to be superhuman. We're human.
Not possible.
We experience sadness, depression, anxiety. Sometimes you even experience voices. I mean, I know I done heard some voices telling me, go get that cake. You know you want that cake. And I was like, who here? Who here with me?
Right.
Who talking now? Is it you, Jesus?
I love you right now today.
I know what I'm saying. Jennifer says, I agree with you. But I just want to say, let's be serious about mental health awareness, because I have experienced anxiety so bad in the past that I had to find a way to manage it. I did not want to be on medication, because some medications make it worse. And I couldn't really talk to people because they didn't understand what anxiety was. They was like, what you mean? You anxious? What you anxious about? So it's like, okay.
You don't get it. You don't get it, baby.
No,
they don't understand it.
You got it going on. You got it more better than other people. Some folks worse off than you. That don't have nothing to do with what I'm going through.
They don't got nothing
at all.
So you have to seek professional help. And I'm gonna say this, and I know may offend some church people. Your pastor don't have no degree in
mental health,
psychology, psychiatry. I'm just saying, some of them might, but he or she may not be qualified. So don't think that just going to church, because I know a whole bunch of church people shouting and dancing and running through the church on top of bipolar disorder, on top of anxiety disorder, disassociative disorder. You know what I'm saying? They got some disorders up in the house of God. Right. And I think people need to be real about the fact that you need a professional. You need professional help. Absolutely. You ain't going to tell your pastor to pray for your blood pressure to go down. You can go see your doctor if your blood pressure shoots sky high.
Yeah, but they just say pray for me. Yeah, they don't even put it out there like that, but they just say pray for me.
Right. But some people do. I know people that do go to their pastor about real stuff. Mm-hmm. And these people have been to seminary. Okay, that's the school they've been to. They talking about the word of God. They dissecting the scriptures of Esther, Nehemiah, and Job, right? First Corinthians and Thessalonians.
Right. They not.
That's what they know.
That's it, front to back.
That's what they know. They don't know about what you're experiencing in these invasive thoughts that come with having anxiety. They may not know what that even means.
Yeah. No.
So I mean,
Michelle said, I have experienced trauma from my loved ones that caused me anxiety and sadness that I couldn't express. And that does happen.
Man,
that does happen.
It does happen. And you know, it's hard to express that. I have experienced that too, because the minute you express it, it's kind of like, well, that's in the past. Why are you bringing that up? It's like, hold on. I ain't bringing up nothing. I'm just trying to get you to understand that this traumatized me. This caused this to happen. This caused me to feel a certain way. Agreed. And then it's like, I can relate to that. I can relate to that.
Yeah, I feel like people that pushes a person back into that shell because of how you're handling the situation, instead of just allowing a person to express that and be able to acknowledge the trauma that was actually, caused to a person. People tend to brush that off and try to sweep that under the rug and move along, and don't address mental health.
I agree with Lauren. She said boundaries are key. Love from a distance.
Absolutely.
And I agree, because I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes your family can be the cause of your insecurities, your anxiety, your depression, your trauma. And it's not their fault. A lot of things that families deal in have been from generation to generation. They don't know no different. But one thing I will say is your mental health is of utmost importance.
Absolutely.
So you just got to take it.
And that what people don't understand, is that's part of self-care. That's part of self-care. Making sure that you good.
Sorry. Michelle says sometimes you don't know when something will trigger it when you ignore it. You're right. Mm-hmm. You're right.
Yeah, I mean, I am so glad that I really start to deal and work on myself, because I had a lot of triggers. I mean, I have so many triggers. I was so messed up due to trauma as a kid, a teenager. You can't even raise your voice at me when I was a teenager, because that would trigger me. I couldn't be yelled at. I couldn't be, and definitely don't raise your hand because I'm trying to shoot you. So I had a lot of trauma that I had to deal with because everything triggered me. People are scared to go to the store with me because if you look at me crazy, I'm actually, who the hell are you looking at? Everything was a trigger. And so I had to deal with my issues. But it's some high functioning people out there that's functioning so high with their issues that you don't even know what they're going through.
This is true.
Because they function so well.
Yep.
And then the next thing you know, they down or they done took their life, or something drastic happens. That's why we have to check on people, no matter what it looked like from the outside. Check on your people. Yep. With love, though, not nosiness
and messiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And try to learn confidentiality.
Please learn how not to be faucet at the mouth.
Well,
yes, I know it's a struggle for some folks to keep folks' business.
Say that again. Say that again. Say it louder for them.
I know it's a struggle, but you got to work through that, because if somebody tell you something in confidence, I mean, go tell Jesus. If you just gotta tell somebody,
Pray
go
about
and
it.
tell Jesus. He knows all about our problems.
Right. He already heard you on the phone anyway. He
Yeah.
already heard you on the phone.
Yeah.
He heard the
Yes.
whole conversation. So you
Yes.
technically don't have to tell him. You can just be quiet and go to bed.
Right. Thank you, Michelle. She said, I absolutely love this chat, y'all. Thank you so much for
Thank
tuning
Thank
in,
you,
you.
cousin.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Yeah.
all for tuning in.
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Everybody.
Our time be going by so fast.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh,
I was looking at it, I was like, is that really the time?
already?
I know. I had so much that I wanted to talk about on the real spill, but maybe we'll get to that next week. I don't know. But did you guys have anything else that y'all wanted to share? Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren.
I just want to say, just to go back on Mother's Day and make sure that you honor your mother. I saw a post today that one of my Facebook friends posted, and she said, "Don't treat your mother wrong, because that's the person. Like I stated at first, your mother is always going to be in your corner, point
Some
blank. Period.
folks' mothers.
Some mothers,
Right.
not
Not
all
all.
mothers, but if you have a mother that's always in your corner and that's always got your back, honor your mother.
Yeah,
Treat her right. And if your mother is not here, honor her as well.
absolutely. Absolutely. And also, I have to say this because y'all get on my nerves every year talking about I'm the mother and the father. No, you're not. Stop the
It's not
shiggity.
possible. It's
Stop
not
the
possible.
shiggity. Just be the mother because we already got enough pressure on us. I ain't trying to be the mother and the father. I tell my kids all the time when they be like, "Oh, can we have? You have another parent.
Yeah, they have a daddy.
You have another parent. See, I'm only one half of this equation. I am not going to wear that title of, oh, I'm the mother and the father. No, you're not, because it's too much pressure on us as women. If the
Right.
father's not in the picture, just be the best mother you can be. Don't try to be both.
Be the
Because
best
see, what
version of
happens is
yourself.
your kids will hold you to that.
Absolutely.
And then it's like now you feel overwhelmed. Well, you just got to be the best mother you can be.
That's right.
That's it.
That's
And
right.
let the father answer for his shortcomings on his day of judgment.
I agree.
Absolutely. Yeah. Don't try to take on that. Don't be a bag lady. That's what
No,
Erica Badu said. Don't do the bags. Don't carry nobody else's burden.
no,
Only
please
carry
don't.
No,
yours.
just do the best you can for who you are.
Do the
That's all.
best you can.
That's
Yeah.
right.
That's all.
Because
Motherhood is hard.
Absolutely.
It's not easy at all. It is one of the hardest jobs that I have ever done.
Mhm.
But it is the best job. I wouldn't trade it for the world. I
right.
wouldn't trade it for the
Absolutely.
world. I love my sons, my 3 sons. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Right.
God didn't see fit to give me no daughter, but I ain't bitter or nothing. I'm just saying.
Not sour. You're not
Just
sour.
wanted a mini. You just wanted a mini me.
I know, right?
Maybe that mini me will be something else, honey.
Terrible, a terrible,
Ooh.
terrible tragedy to the world. But but yes, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Thank you,
Yes.
Lauren. She's happy Mother's Day, ladies. Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day. Thank
Day
you. Thank
To
you.
all the mothers. And I want to say to the people who act as a mother, you don't have to birth children to be a mother.
That's right.
One of the best mothers in my life, who made me the woman that I am today, had not birthed any children. And that was my godmother by the name of Esther Bridges. And I said I wasn't going to bring her up because I didn't want to get emotional. But she meant the world to me. And she taught me so much. She didn't have no earthly children, but she had a lot of spiritual children. She was the woman. Like, if you see whatever you see good in me, that came from her. That came from her, because she saw a broken little 16-year-old girl and said, "Come here, little fast tail girl," and came to church with a whole halter top and miniskirt on. And she showed me love, and she showed me how to be a woman. She showed me how to stand up for myself. She showed me how to love me no matter what state I find myself in. So let's not discount people that didn't birth children.
Absolutely.
That's
Because
Because
I
it's
have
some
a
amazing.
my godmom is one of the best mothers that I know as well, and she doesn't have any kids either. But that's a strong woman. That's a bad woman, boy. I tell you, and a lot of things that I know definitely have gotten from her. You know, not taking anything away from my mom, but definitely big kudos to Robin because she has been there a major portion of my life.
And sometimes they the best, man. They
Yeah.
might not have no birth to any children, but sometimes they just get it.
Yeah,
You
they
know what I
give
mean?
it
They
to you
just
raw and uncut too.
yes, yes. But they can reach you. Like I don't
Yes.
know. And that's what I would, if I would give any advice to mothers, this is what I would say. If somebody else can reach your child, don't be salty.
Yeah,
Don't be
Be,
salty.
don't be
be
sour.
grateful. Be
Absolutely.
grateful.
Grateful. Yes, be thankful that they do have somebody that they feel like they're comfortable enough to express certain things to or be able to relate and get understanding from. Don't even take that from them.
Yes,
No,
yes.
no, because they can get the message better than you can because you're too close to the fire.
And
So
as long
allow
as
it.
the message is what your child need, just be grateful that somebody giving it to you.
Absolutely, absolutely. So
Just
y'all give
shout
a
out
shout
to
out to the
all of them.
mothers. To the
Yes.
mothers, I want to give a shout out to my amazing, beautiful mother that I love so dearly, and she is no longer here with me, but she is here in ultimate spirit. My mother Angela, amazing woman. I love her to death. I am a splitting image of her.
Yes, you
So if
are.
you're looking at, if you know Angela, you know, you see Angela on my face. And I notice that now in every picture that I look at, I look like Angela. So I'm grateful for her. I'm grateful for my aunt. I call her my aunt, but she's technically my godmother, Satrinia. That's I call her G Mama. That's my G Mama. So and my grandmother was my mother for a long time. Miss Elizabeth, she was a bad woman. She was the first entrepreneur that I knew of.
All
She
right
had
now.
Hey,
yes,
entrepreneur.
she
Them
had her own
grandmothers, woo,
my
girl,
grandmother be
don't get to me talking about my grandmother, Miss Verley
they the
Patterson.
backbone. They are the
Listen,
backbone, they are the matriarch, they are the persons that hold all of it together. And you be trying to figure out how they did it all, but
Right,
they
and still holding it together and
still
got it all
holding it
together.
together.
How?
Right. Right. And so my grandmother is no longer here either. But when I tell you that she was a bad woman.
Yeah.
yes.
She used to call herself the shack bully. And she
Not
was
Okay.
a
the
shack
shack
bully.
bully.
She was a shack bully. Like she was like, I'm the shack bully. Uh-huh.
Okay. She sounded like a rapper. She was dropping them bars.
Right. She was a fierce lady, baby. She was fierce. That's where I get my style from. The dressing. She was the
Well,
dresser. Honey.
I could say that my biologically traits I get from Verley Patterson and Miss Annie Mae Barnes, my great grandmother. My grandmother, my great grandmother, and they was known for a sharp tongue, but a loving heart. And my
Right.
great grandmother Annie Mae Barnes was known for her saying, "If you cross me, I'll cut you before, and you'll bleed out before you even know I cut you." Yeah, with that being said, yeah, that's the kind of woman I come from. That's my long
Oh,
line. At
baby,
least
they
we get
had some
warnings.
A sweet old
right.
lady.
They had some sayings back then, right?
Yes, at least we give a warning. So yes, thank y'all so much for tuning in with us on Black
Yes,
Coffee
thank
with a
you.
Side of
Yes.
Tea. Please follow us on Instagram at Black Coffee with a Side of Tea. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. We thank you so guys so much for just being with us. This is the Girlfriend's Destination. So if you need a girlfriend, this is it. Tune in at 7:00
Yes,
p.m. Central Time on Saturdays. We are your girlfriends. We here for you, and we in this with you.
yes, ma'am.
Yes.
So thank y'all for
Yes.
tuning in, and we
Thank
will
you for
see y'all
tuning in
Next
next week.
time.
next week. Bye.
Bye.
Introducing Stunner Magazine, a lifestyle publication and companion to Stunner Radio's weekly broadcasts. Stunner Magazine features positive images of the Black community and inspiring stories to uplift and entertain. With our Artist Spotlight and Stunner of the Month, we strive to introduce you to the most intriguing rising stars in music, fashion, and beauty. Check out our May edition, available now exclusively on Issue.